If you wanted a practical Mini, then you could have had the Mini Clubman or the Mini Countryman. Well, the Mini Countryman has grown substantially, but the Mini Clubman has been discontinued. Well, this is its indirect replacement. This is the Mini Aceman, and it sits below the Countryman, almost taking spot of the old Countryman. Well, with this being based on the Mini Cooper electric platform, the Aceman is electric only. So let's have a look and see what the new Mini Aceman is like. Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Cars and More. This is the #1 place to be for car news and reviews. Sit back, buckle up, let's go. So, starting from the front, and there is no mistaking that this is still a Mini. To start with, we get this big fake grille which suits the car quite well, and we also get the squared off headlights that are more triangular than the Countryman, but this gives the car a more younger and more athletic look. We also get some fake side vents that I would have liked to have been real, but they still look cool and look to have a fresh design to them, much better than the regular Mini Cooper electric. On this John Cooper Works model that I'm testing today, we also get some little indents on the bumper, as well as some red accents and some sporty looking bonnet stripes which I do quite like. The bonnet also has the indents to make it feel a bit more like a classic Mini too. Moving round to the side, and from a distance you could almost say that it looks like a 5-door Mini Cooper. The proportions suit this car very well. To start with, the creases have been kept to a minimum, but unlike the regular Cooper, we do also get some gloss black cladding around the wheel arches and lower sill, which is matte black on the lower spec models. We also get some flush door handles as well as roof rails too. The wheel designs also suit this car quite well, giving it a true Mini feel. Moving around to the back, and the design of the rear is what the regular Mini Cooper should have always been. The tail lights have this classical Mini look with the modern Mini graphics in them. We also get a decent sized Mini badge and Aceman lettering too. The bumper also has some gloss black cladding along with this body coloured lower splitter on this John Cooper Works model, which makes this car much more unique. We also get this big chunky spoiler too, which gives it a retro sportiness feel. Really, from a distance, the Mini Aceman looks like a small hatchback, but close up it is more of a Kia Stonic rival. Not bad then. Right, let's have a look and see what battery and motor options you can have with the new Mini Aceman electric. So, for the Mini Aceman there are 3 versions to go for. The first one is called E, and this uses a small 42.5 kWh battery pack and 183 brake horsepower electric motor powering the front wheels. This can do 0 to 62 in 7.9 seconds, which isn't too bad, and the fully electric only range is also 192 miles, which isn't the best in today's world unfortunately, but then it is only a small car. The next version is the one to go for, and this is called SE. And this uses a bigger 54.2 kWh battery pack and a more powerful motor with 218 brake horsepower. This increases the range to 252 miles, which is much better, but it is worth thinking that it may be used as a second car, with the main car being the Mini Countryman electric for example. Unfortunately, the 0 to 62 time has reduced that much to 7.1 seconds, which isn't the best for a Mini S car. The final version is the John Cooper Works version, and this uses the same 54.2 kWh battery pack, but the power has also been increased to 258 brake horsepower. This reduces the 0 to 62 time down to 6.4 seconds, which is not too bad. Sadly, there isn't a 4-wheel drive version though, which I would have liked to have seen, but then again, it is only a small car. The price of the new Mini Aceman starts at £28,905, which is very good for an electric car. Right, let's have a look and see what the interior is like. So moving inside the new Mini Aceman, and the interior is almost identical to the Mini Cooper Electric. No surprise there. To start with, we get this minimalistic dashboard design with this stylish fabric. We also get this big central 9.4 inch OLED circular screen which runs the latest BMW iDrive operating system 9. This can now have Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay, and this screen also houses your instrument cluster. This infotainment system can be a bit laggy at times and a bit confusing to use, but once you have set it up it does work quite well. We also get a little assistant called Spike, which is a little dog which I do quite like. Sadly though, the climate controls are on the screen and they are a bit fiddly to use. Moving down, we get a row of 5 toggles. These are your volume knob, driving modes, your fake starter key, as well as your gear selector and your parking brake switch. Just below this you also have a few essential switches too. The centre console is very minimalistic and also quite low down, which I'm not a big fan of, as it makes it feel like you're sitting on the seats rather than in the seats. Personally, I would prefer a higher centre console, but you do get wireless charging though. In front of the driver, I would always recommend opting for the optional heads-up display so you can have the speed in front of you still. We do also get the new mini steering wheel as well as the odd indicator stalks, but what I do like on this Aceman is the fabric strap lines up on the dashboard too with the steering wheel. It's just a nice little touch. I personally though would have liked some more customisation with more fabric options and more seat options too, as well as more customisation on the dashboard, as this was always the best bit about the Mini, but they have unfortunately taken most of the customisation bits away. Right, let's have a look and see what the rear seats are like. So getting into the back, and unfortunately you can see that the Aceman is based on the Mini Cooper Electric, as legroom isn't the best sitting behind a 6-foot person. Also, it would be harder to sit in the middle as there is a big hump on the floor, as well as cup holders and USB-C ports that do get in the way. You also don't get an armrest in the back either, and the door cards do feel quite cheap. Really, this is all a big shame for this type of car. It will be okay for kids in the back though, but rear facing seats will be harder to fit in, and you won't really be able to have anyone in the middle seat still. Right, let's have a look and see what the boot space is like. So opening the boot to the new Mini Aceman, and you're welcomed with a 300 litre boot. This is with the false floor removed now, so you have to bear that in mind. Unfortunately, this is only 90 litres bigger than the Cooper Electric, but it isn't that much bigger than its rivals, and some other rivals do have a bigger boot. Folding the seats down though, it does increase to 1005 litres, which again isn't the biggest in its class. So in summary then, what do I think of the new Mini Aceman? Well, really, this is what the Mini Cooper Electric should have been. It is a cool looking crossover that looks like a Mini and has a decent interior with not the best practicality. The way you should see this car is not as a mini SUV, but more of an electric alternative to the Mini Cooper 5-door. For me, the Mini Aceman fixes all the issues that I have with the Cooper Electric. So, personally, if you want an electric Mini, then this is the one to go for. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.